Hey, this is Notser, and this is Untitled. This week I want to discuss two topics because they're really meaty. They're really important topics. The first topic, World of Warships, is going to be doing a Snowflake event in 7.12, and I wanted to discuss this because it does involve steel as a resource, which is kind of controversial. And the other topic is Battlefield. Battlefield 5 gameplay is going on in the background. I just want to share my first impression. I haven't gotten a huge chance to unlock everything, like, full timers, but I just want to share my thoughts on this game and Battlefield in general because I've got a lot of great memories. But let's touch on the Snowflake event. So, World of Warships 7.12, it's a December patch, so it'll probably be late December at this point. It's going to introduce a Snowflake event, and the Snowflake event will be a simple snowflake icon that will be on every ship that you own from tier 6 through 10. It's sort of a reward for those of us who own and keep the ships in the inventory and have leveled through all the lines. So someone who has every single ship unlocked is going to get a lot of opportunities to earn these snowflakes. It's sort of a one-time deal. It's like the first win of the day, only it's the first win in the patch, and I think it only applies for the patch. You can earn coal or steel through this win. Pretty cool, huh? So the very first game I play in 7.12 in my Des Moines, I'm going to win it because legendary Des Moines is legendary, and I'm going to be given steel. Tier 6 through 7 gets coal, 8 through 10 steel. Now that little bit is controversial. Steel as a resource was advertised for competitive only, which is ranked and clan war. But then steel is going to be a reward for just owning a ship from tier 8 to 10. It's supposed to be for players who, go the extra mile, and they try their best always, and they're actively participating in rank season in clan, and not so this is outrageous. And I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I played World of Warcraft for 10 plus years, different guilds with different goals, super competitive, all the way to super casual. And you know what that experience has taught me? It's really unhealthy to concern myself with what fellow players of my game are rewarded with. Is the time valuable, deserved of the item? I can't say that. I'm not the judge of this player. They could give terrible RNG or the best RNG in the game. I don't know. I have no idea their story. So I would never judge someone without their story. And I feel like people are so easy to judge, even though they have nothing to go off of. So just try to limit the way you look at fellow community members of the World of Warships community. Don't go attacking them. Maybe they want to move away from just casual, but they don't know the right clan for them. Maybe they've just had a bad luck, right? Let's drop the whole hostility towards others in the same community. Their enjoyment of the game is your enjoyment of the game because more players playing means more stuff for the game. So let's move away from that conversation. It's really unhealthy. So obviously, legitimate concern, steel exclusivity to clan and rank. That's what they value, and I understand that, but this system is just so elegant in so many ways. So the snowflake is going to show up similar to your first win of the day. Tier 6 through 10. You get your first win in the snowflake event with that ship. You will be rewarded coal, tier 6 and tier 7, steel, tier 8 through 10. Isn't that so simply beautiful? It's so elegant. Veterans get a ton of resource reward for it. New players get resource reward for it. It's scaled very cleanly, elegantly for the amount of ships. If you have a massive amount and you have a no-life situation like me, then you get rewarded for that. And it's not on RNG to reward you. I love it. It's beautiful, and it gets players to play ships other than only tier 10. This is exactly what we need in the game, guys. It's going to make the month of December so much better. Once it goes live, there's going to be more activity outside of tier 10. It should be wonderful. We need more events like this. So let's encourage events like this and overlook sort of the things that have been promised because they can't promise those. The event is so beautiful because it's offering a resource that so many people need. That's another, counterpoint. Oh, well, it doesn't need to be steel. It could be something else. Really? What's going to get you more excited to play ships during the holidays? Steel and coal will absolutely make me super excited because there's a lot of things I want. And I think that's great. Give us a valuable resource that we could obtain. I fail to see a lot of the issues with this. And I would hope the players would go through all of the points that are out there and just consider, what's best for me can also be best for the community. And that's really what it feels like for me, personally. Feels like this is the best reward they could offer me, the player, but it's also the best reward that the community would want as well. So it's great. It really is great. Just make sure that you share in the comments what you think. I'm really interested to read all of them, plus or minus. It doesn't really matter to me. It's just interesting. I love seeing all the different comments you guys share. And I might not reply to them all, but I'm definitely reading them all. Now, Battlefield. This is Battlefield 5. It just came out, mid-November. And it lacked a lot of content. That's its biggest drawback. But the gunplay is outstanding. They made a lot of really intelligent changes. One of the best changes they made is that medics can no longer provide a AoE aura that passively heals choke points. You don't have that anymore. You have two things. You can either throw a bandage to someone and they can self-bandage, or you can put down a medical container. They can run up, grab a bandage from it, and then they can bandage themselves once again. That's beautiful. It gets rid of that stagnant, choky, metro-style play where you don't feel like there's a lot of movement, a lot of stagnant. Battlefield sucks a lot. It really does. Same with World of Warships, I might add. Stagnant, passive play is not good for games. Wow, who would have known? But I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I'm the medic here. I've always enjoyed the medic. I felt like the medic was me because I really can meld that run and gun, one-man soldier, provide the heals, get the team back up, and defend. This map in particular, we're at Sea Point, and it's outstanding. This is a defensive position. You're trying to hold out from the enemies who are coming in, trying to capture it. I'm using my smoke to try and conceal that I'm rezzing them, reviving. I really love this. I love this because this is what is so great about games. Games allow you to do this stuff, and for the longest time, I really haven't felt like I had this game. They were just not as good as they should have been for a long time, but the gunplay's outstanding. A lot of healthy competitive changes to force out more team-oriented and less campy passive tactics. I love it. It's beautiful. But let's talk about my experience with Battlefield. So it goes all the way back to the Tobruk demo for Battlefield 1942, which was the first Battlefield, and it covered World War II. And I loved it. Infantry, armor, aircraft, ships. It had it all. It had it all. Combined arms, and it did it so well for the time. And I loved it. I played the crap out of it all the time. I joined a tournament where I was sort of a platoon leader, divisional leader, and we were, controlling armored columns, dedicated squads, and we'd show up on the weekend, work together, win the battle, and it would be themed. It'd be Operation Market Garden, it would be the Battle of the Bulge, it would be Wake Island, whatever it would be, we would try and win that map for the day, for the week, and then we'd practice and we'd come back, and I loved it. I have so many great memories of that. So many great memories of showing up, working as a team, developing a strategy, and trying to execute it. And Battlefield was the first. It was the start of it. I went on to do a ton of that in World of Warcraft, and Battlefield kind of moved away from that. You had a Desert Combat mod for Battlefield 1942. I love that. There was a Star Wars mod. Battlefield 1942 was a dream. So many mods, modifications that were such high quality. It spawned Battlefield 2, which was modern combat Battlefield, and it was a great Battlefield. I was more into World of Warcraft than probably I should have been for Battlefield 2. We get, was it Bad Company? I think we got Bad Company, and then Bad Company 2, then Battlefield 3, 4, Hardline, Battlefield 1, and then we're at Battlefield 5, I believe. For the longest time, I just had no interest. The game moved too far away. You had like power-ups, you had flamethrower troopers and all that stuff. Not for me. That moved too far away from what I loved about the game. Plus, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, they had a lot of latency network issues at launch that really just drove me insane and forced me not to play it constantly at the beginning, and then I forgot about it, right? This does not have that. The guns are great. Everything feels wonderful. They are only lacking in content. They need more maps, they need more stuff. But the gameplay is there. It has the strengths, the weaknesses. There's even fortification. You can build up. You can put up sandbags and you can have like kill boxes. It feels great, and it feels really, simple and effortless. It's something I've always wanted in a Battlefield experience, and I have it now, and I love it. They added destructibility in Bad Company, and that was great. They moved away from it. They've reintroduced some sort of fortification stuff. I was hoping that PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2 would be that, but it never was. Get the hell off me! Sorry, that guy tried to assassinate me with his shovel. But absolutely, I'm thrilled by this game. I would love to do more of it. I would not move away from World of Warships. I love World of Warships. But, 1 or 2 videos per week might be Battlefield, and I'd just be talking about a class or a type of play style. I play the medic with all smoke. It allows me to put down smoke. I don't see enough people providing smoke. The smoke effects look beautiful in this game. They really billow and fill the area, and it makes it harder for the enemy to see. It's a natural tactic that clearly we've developed over time in World of Warships as well. Smoke to conceal your movement. I love that. And all of the classes have sort of a different play style as well. They all have different versions of themselves. The medic has 2. I think it's a field medic and then a combat medic. Field medic is better at healing the field and doing stuff. Combat medic gives your squad the ability to revive each other, and you give up a little bit of that passive enhancement medically. And then you can change out the equipment that you're using. Whether I use smoke, but you could use fragmentation. You could also use armor piercing or anti-personnel, like Betty Bomb stuff. And all that stuff's great. I really enjoy the design of the game, and I feel like there's a lot of depth there that can really be talked about, enjoyed. So I really want everyone's opinion on a lot of the conversation that we've had today, because a lot of the conversation that we've had today is incredibly important, both in the Snowflake event for World of Warships, but also my interest in Battlefield 5. I don't know if everyone likes it, and it's okay if you don't enjoy this. I feel like this is probably one of the closest games to the game I already have, because it is World War II. World War II is a very important event, and I enjoy games that center around it. This is just a natural game for me. I took a chance on World of Tanks way back in the day, partly because of that World War II interest in it. And ever since, World of Warships, I can't believe I stumbled into this. A game that really tried to make the game itself fun. Like tactically, there's a lot of choices that you can make that adds a lot of depth to the game, but it's simple and slow enough that players don't need to be like super reflex. And I do know that a game like this does encourage more reflexes, but it still has really great squad tactics, and I just think it looks gorgeous. Just a beautiful looking game. I can't get over the visual fidelity. So I'm just really excited to potentially, cover more of this game. It's all up to you guys if you have any interest in it. You'll see my play style. You see how I play. And I'm the same person as I would be in World of Warships. I'm aggressive. I absolutely try my best to help the team as well. You'll note that I'll probably play the medic most of the time. If for no other reason, then very few people are doing it as well as dedicated medics do to keep the team up, right? I mean, you need that. So I really love the game. It's a nice change of pace, but it's similar enough. So let me know in the comments everything that we've talked about. I really appreciate all of you. You guys are great. You really are. It's a pleasure making content, sharing this, talking with you about it. It really feels like a community of friends. and I really enjoy that. I love streaming. I love the videos. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.